All right, y'all, we're gonna get started here in a second. If y'all tap in. All right. Yo, we in the building. Doing a quick check, making sure everything is good. Getting ready to get this podcast started. I don't have my pen today. I got another room. And I kind of too. I get it, but at the end of the day, call it what you want to call it. But I don't want to get it. So that's what it is. So we here in the building. And my name is Giant Johnny, and this is Live with Giant Johnny. If y'all can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know that too. We are in the newly remodeled studio. And I swear, y'all, it don't matter how many times I pick up, there's always some other stuff going on. But however, we are on a couple of different platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitch, and we are on YouTube right now. So if you make a comment, you'll be on all of those platforms. And I'm going to be on Beagle too. So we got a couple of different cameras in here going right now. So some really big things going on. How many of you guys do Beagle? If you do Beagle, let me know. So, and then like I said, we got the comments up here. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say, put the overlay up there. I'm gonna say, hey. So boom. Okay, so you can leave your comments, and I can get to you. So today we're talking about Fema. And I have been talking about Fema for a little while now. And I definitely think there is a need for Fema, especially when you have big natural disasters. Because if you think about it, who's going to be there? Who's going to be the person? Okay, we can go live now, Beagle. Who's going to be the person to step in and save everybody? Okay, get that camera set. I honestly think, like, a lot of times, like, we got to a place, or a lot of us, we got to a place where, you might be looking at both cameras, we got to a place where I don't think we thought about or thinking about the consequences sometimes of, like, the rhetoric and then the hate. Well, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. And we don't really think about the consequences of what we hate. I'm not saying all of us, I'm saying the ones that seem to not like things or the government the way that it is. I sometimes want to ask people, well, why? What is it about America that you don't like? Because for the furthermost, I like America. I like America the way it was. I know things are changing. Excuse me, I'm doing a quick video here. I know things are changing, but for the furthermost, I like America for the way it was. I just want to show. I got two cameras on me because we got to shoot we're shooting a live video as well because we are going to be on Roku soon. So we got some really big things going on. Trust me, y'all, it's going to be really big. So we're going to be on Roku. Okay, there we go. So we got to do our little promotion. Because this spot down here really is, it's a social media hub. And I didn't really look at it that way at first, but it definitely is a social media hub. So, all right, so get that out the way. And let me do one more thing. I'm going to comment on here. Tap in. And we'll say leave message. Leave comment. I don't know. It's crazy that I have to even do that to let people know, hey, you can leave a comment. Hey, you can, because people know that. I don't understand why. But it is what it is. You know, we live in a city to where people aren't not going to participate on things like that. But it is what it is. But FEMA. We definitely need FEMA. I don't know who thought FEMA was a bad idea. I honestly think that it all started with New Orleans. But what happened in New Orleans, I think that's what kind of started with FEMA. When they saved all the people in New Orleans, I think a lot of people were pissed off. And I was actually saying that when it was happening. I was like, man. That's my bud feeling. I get a little nuts. You heard click. Yeah, I'm let you treatment. So, but that is honestly, I think we got a lot of people that hate FEMA because it saved a lot of black people. FEMA saved a lot of black people. I remember Hurricane Katrina, and they had stadiums. I don't know if a lot of people remember, but they had stadiums filled with just black people. They have nowhere to go. And then they had a massive thing where they were shipping people all over the country. I heard some people just never even met up after they were shipped somewhere. Y'all don't remember that? That was FEMA. If it wasn't for FEMA, a lot of people would have died. A lot of people would have died. I don't think you understand that, what their role was in that. And not just anybody, people that look like me and you. Going back to, I went through a depression. Because I was like, the people that was struggling would look like me. So I'm not gonna sit and wish ill will if they don't get help. And these people look exactly like me. So that lets me know if it's a hurricane, if it's any type of situation. I think a tornado down here, an earthquake. There was an earthquake down here before. Any type of situation bad that happened, flooding, whatever. I'm on my own. We are our own. Unless the city eventually steps it up. But I can understand, like you putting off the city, okay. Well, there's two things. First of all, we pay our money to the government, so the government should always step in and help us out in any situation. Like, why y'all saving money? If you guys are saving money, they made all these cuts. Where is that money going? It's supposed to go to help people, not just to hoard all this money for what? When people need food. Roads need to be built. If we making money, we're gonna make the money back. Like, I'm not for all that. We're gonna save all this money, trillions of dollars, cut off people food stamps. We're not gonna do. What we gonna do with that money? We're just not gonna do nothing for people. That's what people are rooting for. We don't want the government to do nothing for people. That's on your wish list. And it's okay to want to have something, to want the government to be a certain way. But you can't will your ill wills or whatever you feel like it's supposed to be on everybody else. That's why we vote on stuff. Executive order is not voting on stuff. Well, we try to get through to people. That's not a vote. A vote goes to Congress, goes to the House. That's how you govern. You don't govern with executive orders. 150 executive orders for what? And we don't even know what half of it is. It's not governing. We're gonna find out sooner or later. And one of the things we're gonna find out is FEMA is being gutted right now. It's not gonna be there. We this today or June 1st was the first day of hurricane season. We got warmer waters. It's going to be worse. We got fire season starting. Fire season is what I think FEMA was there last time with the fire season. And California was burned to the ground. That stuff happens again. Nobody's gonna be there this year. All right, y'all. I'm gonna watch this video, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Actually, I think I get so ready to start. I don't load the video up, but it's not going to take long at all. So just bear with me. But while we do this, I want to just say that we are on several different platforms. So make sure, and you can leave a comment. Oh, we can watch this real quick.
Rapaz, que é isso?
Let me start again.
Rapaz, que é isso?
That's a gag. She started beatboxing and made a whole song. These are Christian folks. I mean, let's watch this. Catholic folks, watch this.
Rapaz, que é isso?
Whole sample. That's crazy. One more time. Like that.
Rapaz, que é isso?
That is so funny. And then like the make us about it was that I don't know if they practiced that like that, but you could definitely tell they was feeling it enough to where she had to break dance. That was pretty cool. And so that's like the things I want to do is bring like y'all maybe have missed or something like that. But in order for me to do that, I need your support. And I can music videos and things like that, all types of cool things. But like I said, I need your support. So I would ask for you guys to donate, and I'm going to start full on. This is I really didn't wait until like it's too late and the studio about to close down. We, just a little bit of donation. Let's just start $10. You'd be amazed of all like, the news, what's going on. Because you think about it, like news. If say you have an event somewhere and it's all black folks gonna be there, like for the June Fest, yeah, they'd be there. But wouldn't it be cool for another black? You know what I'm saying? Somebody just starting off. We gotta think of having our own stuff, but we don't. We don't, and we won't. We will be like, nobody can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like we should make sure that everybody in Fest is supposed to be black people doing shit a lot. Black people should be doing as much shit as we can, but yeah, we always open ourselves up to other people. Oh, okay, this person do this, and let's let the person do that, and that's okay. But don't block black. That's all I'm saying. Don't block out a black person from doing it. It's okay to have people doing things, but let the black people do what they can do. Because like, okay, say they do what they do. It may be kind of stale flavor. It's gonna have, you're gonna be like, wow, I want to watch it 2 or 3 times. Like, we're gonna watch it just because it's on the news, okay? Because on the news, ooh, okay, yes. I'm not knocking that for nobody, but a black person doing it and building. That's how Tyler Perry would get started, or you know, what I'm saying, any of these people get started because somebody felt good about what they was doing and gave them a chance. We got to stop being gay thing. You know, if a person say they can do some shit, give them a chance or sample them out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't just make the decision. Well, you know what? It stops with me. It begins and ends with me. That's what we don't want. Okay, so we're gonna get this video about what's going on right now.
Donald Trump and members of administration have been talking about getting rid of FEMA since just days after he started his second term.
FEMA just hasn't done the job, and we're looking at the whole concept of FEMA. We're going to be doing something on FEMA that I think most people agree.
See, let me stop it right there. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like they got to, it's anything Donald Trump says, well, I don't like it. I don't think they're doing their job. Like, MAGA, his followers gonna be like, we don't like it. We shouldn't have been liking it. And I mean, it's not, they won't even try to understand why he don't like it or what they're gonna do to benefit them. Like, if he don't have FEMA, he cool. His family probably cool. They can hire people to come do shit for him. But us not having FEMA is a totally, and y'all gotta understand, y'all can't always be 100% with a rich billionaire because y'all not billionaires. Like, you can't always do what rich billionaires do. Y'all trying to be or aspire to be him, but here we go. We're gonna hear what he say. He don't like FEMA. He ready to get rid of it.
To see the states take care of disasters. Let the state take care of the tornadoes and the hurricanes and all of the other things that happen.
We're going to eliminate FEMA.
4 months later, we are seeing how they are working to do what they said, eliminate the agency without a backup even in place. With hurricane season officially kicking off on Sunday, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting a higher than average number of storms, including 3 to 5 major hurricanes. Now, NBC has new reporting on the scramble inside the agency to keep FEMA alive ahead of hurricane season. Jacob Sovros, a national political and correspondent for NBC News.
They just try to keep it hot. They try to keep it live for one more season.
Jacob, tell me what you've found about what is going inside this agency that seems to be pretty clearly targeted for destruction.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. I mean, you heard what the president said and what Kristi Noem said. That's very publicly stated opposition to keeping this agency going. But I think that they realized it is fair to say that getting rid of FEMA 2 days before hurricane season, where we are today, would be a very, very, very bad idea. And so the career professionals inside this agency who first pushed the original acting director of the Federal Emergency Management Administration, Cameron Hamilton, who was promptly fired a day after he went up to the Hill and said that he ultimately believed that FEMA was in the best interest of the American people. Now, David Richardson, the new acting director,
we don't like
FEMA,
it, fix it.
To essentially put a memo in front of Kristi Noem that says there are over 2,600 core employees. That's the acronym they use for the people who lead the rapid response and recovery on the back end of disasters, whether it's a hurricane or a fire or any other mass casualty event. And they're basically signing these people back up where.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, if it's fraud and abuse in FEMA, find it, eliminate it, make it stronger, make it the best reaction. Because cross, who got it every day? Come on, man. Government should be there, bro. Tell me I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, tell me I'm lying.
Ago, those people may not have been at FEMA or inside this agency at this point. Doesn't mean they've had a full 180 and they're now supporting FEMA. They rejected, as you pointed out, that North Carolina disaster declaration from the White House just a couple of days ago, President Trump did. But some of the key functions, the core functions of this agency are going to remain in place for now. And that is because of pressure from careers inside on the politicals to say, if something goes wrong during hurricane season, effectively, it will be on you, President Trump and Kristi Noem.
So I have to confess, I know a little bit. I've reported on emergency management and disasters a bit, and I know that there's been a lot of, through the years, critiques of FEMA, reforms for it. I mean, because it's such a fraught undertaking, and it's such an important thing to do, and it's often very, very messy. There's lots of folks that have beefs with FEMA one way or the other. I don't think I quite understand why they're so obsessed with getting rid of it altogether.
Yeah, nor do the people inside.
Right.
I think, if you talk to people at FEMA, Chris, they'll tell you FEMA is in need of reforms to the bureaucracy. The way that FEMA, in these major disaster declarations that the president will approve, whether it was Joe Biden approving 100% reimbursement for the LA wildfires or the North Carolina hurricanes, or a bunch of them that President Trump has approved over the course of just the last couple of days, and they were sort of backlogged since the beginning of the administration, perhaps yet another recognition that this agency is necessary. This happens, the formula is determined because of the Stafford Act, and it is by statute. Localities are entitled to 75% reimbursement of all of the money that they spend on these disasters by FEMA. Anything above that, up to 90%, is determined by a formula that's in place. And if these states don't meet the formula, it's up to the discretion of the President of the United States. And there's an ongoing conversation inside of FEMA as to what the right percentage is for states and localities to shoulder on their own, because some in Washington, D.C. feel like it creates more efficiencies on the ground in these localities to move faster, to get the job done quicker. But doing it this way could literally bankrupt states, according to the Biden administration's FEMA chief of staff, Michael Cohen, who I talked to as we reported this article. He said there are states, particularly in the South, that if they don't budget for this, if they don't put this in their state budget, if they don't take out a bond, if they don't increase tax revenue, a major disaster without the supplemental income from the federal government could actually put these states upside down entirely financially, which creates a whole nother disaster of a man-made variety.
You report that Noem has been quietly pushing behind the scenes to keep key employees in place to approve reimbursements to states previously hit by disaster. That there were a bunch, quite notably, that were just sort of getting no response. Missouri, which had tornadoes, if I'm not mistaken, around the St. Louis metro area. Josh Hawley sort of pleading with Noem in a hearing.
Missouri.
It looks like some things have moved there, but again, I got to imagine the people inside the agency, it must be hard to do the normal work you have to do with the amount of chaos and disruption happening inside there.
The analogy that and it's in the story, current FEMA employee gave me is, it's like running a relay race that you are supposed to have 6 people with 4 people. Yes, they will make it to the finish line, but getting all the way there and doing it in a timely manner is a lot.
So that's what they're dealing with. And then they fired everybody. So even if a disaster happened, you got people scrambling, trying to figure this thing out, where for the most part, they had a plan. There was things in place to do. That's just like, even like with COVID, I don't think people understand with COVID. Obama, they spent years putting a plan in place on exactly what to do should something like this happen. And Trump came in and just tossed it out the door, threw it all away. We don't want it. So you wonder why it was so bad and people didn't know what the hell to do. He didn't follow the playbook. And then you just blaming it on Obama, which is crazy. That's what you have to understand. It makes no sense to me. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, like, what piece am I missing? Tell me, what piece am I missing? Like, everything was laid out for you. All you had to do is come in and follow along with the playbook. If you didn't like the playbook, after whatever it did was supposed to do, then change it somewhat as you go along. But to come in and just toss shit out the door is, I don't know. I've never been. I've always been told that was not the right thing to do for anything. You have a backup plan. Am I not? Like some of the things, and it's the things that like the same people are telling us, no, it's not. You told us for years. You told us to have a backup plan for anything, and now it's like, okay, no, have a backup plan. It's fine. It's cool. We're going to make exceptions this time. I'm confused, but that's what we're dealing with. So I'm gonna keep this under 30 minutes. That's the whole goal, and we're right around there. So I'm gonna sign off. I want to thank y'all for tapping in. If you got questions or whatever comments, please leave them in the section, and we're gonna get out of here. My name is Johnny. Thank y'all for watching. We out.